Hi everyone, Jonas is here, and today I'm talking about my topics in terms of bullying. Yeah, to tell you the truth, during the beginning of my academic journey, I didn't face that much of bullying, but there were some people that did consider me weird, strange, or different, but I never really paid it that much, attention. But I suppose things kind of went bad for me when I first got into middle school. Sixth grade was somewhat mildly controlled, but by the time I went to seventh grade, well, that's when the true horror began. Kids just picked on me. They just pretty much called me names. They pretty much bothered me so much that sometimes I just get so annoyed and frustrated that I had enough. But and even though I asked the instructors and even some of the faculty, like the counselors, for help, you want to know what their advices were? Just ignore them. Yeah, well, it's kind of hard to do that since you know most of the kids never stop bothering me. In other words, all the instructors were good at just repeating the same thing because those kids just don't know the difference between right or wrong. Yeah, well, thank goodness for me, I had a mother that not only understood, but when she heard some of those kids calling me behind my back, and I mean that literally, she pretty much tried to chase them down and get them because of how she saw I was being tormented. Now, that's what I would call a great mama bear. Please don't take that too serious. I'm just illustrating a point, but nevertheless, I'm just happy that I do have a family that understands. In fact, most of my suffering finally ended when I moved to another school during the second semester of my seventh grade. It was a long recovery for me, but eventually I could trust people again. I mean, not everyone will be as nice as me as I do my best to be nice to them, but still, you gotta have to respect their privacies and their space. But nevertheless, all those bullies once mentioned that I would never get anywhere and that I'm not destined for anything good other than being fat or, you know, just being an idiot. But right now, I'm I've made it all the way from that time of seventh grade to college and in my final year no less. And I don't know what's happened to those bullies. I mean, either they are going to college because they saw the error of their ways, and or rather, either they have already went to a juvenile detention center, or they pretty much dropped out and are living either broken down apartments or working minimum wage jobs that helps them to barely be providing themselves or having families too soon with their girlfriends from high school. But well, I I'm not saying specifically my high school because my high school years they were the best. But yeah, bullies like that think that they're entitled to everything because they either come from rich families or because they um, they are more popular on campus than anyone else, then pretty much all that will do is just come back to bite them, and it won't be pretty, I promise. But you know something, in the long run, I am gonna succeed in life because I never gave up. I never give in to peer pressure. I never let their torments just dictate how I should treat others because if I want to be treated with respect and kindness, one needs to give those equal kindness and respect. After all, it's not easy making friends. And trust me, it never is, but you just gotta have to keep trying, and the friends you do have, well, if they're there for you for life, then pretty much they have faith in your abilities. That's why I'm glad I managed to make it this far. And I know that I was gloating and pretending that everything's right now excited, but at the same time, that's just part of life is to have ups and downs because pretty much for autistic people we take it too serious with the bullying because we have feelings and we understand them all too well and we just can't always be like the normal neurotypical minds because I don't. Part of us keeps thinking deep inside is that what what's up with this person? I mean, what did I ever do to them? I mean, why did they turn out this way? I'm not exactly so sure myself either. That despite their somewhat rich or better lives, they're somewhat. Excuse me for a moment. Okay, what was I saying? Oh, that's right. I was saying is that what what happened to them? Why did they turn out this way? Well, not everything seems as they are. So either their home lives right now stinks, or rather, pretty much they get abuse at home by either a parent or an older sibling or something like that. But mine was at least relatively normal and better. But that doesn't mean I'm acting superior over those former tormentors of mine. The way I see it, seeing as how I'm now talking like this calm and without being hysterical, I can finally say without doubt, not only am I ready um, to finally move forward with my life without ever trying to stoop so low to them, but I'm ready to finally let the past go because it's not worth it to keep living in the past. I mean, if there are bullies of old bullies of mine that might come across me and they see that I'm slowly becoming a success with my life, then but haven't changed, then guess what? Whatever harsh words they might throw at me, well, I'm just gonna ignore it and get on with my life. But to also stay guard in case they might try doing something drastic or, you know, unpredictable. But you wanna know what I would say to bullies that have changed, that they no longer wanna be the jerks that they were to you during your time in the same school? Well, there's an Chinese proverb about that. I'm not entirely sure if it's exactly a proverb, but let's just say it translates that a bully turned friend is a friend to the end, because that's one of the best quotes that not just not just from media that I heard from, but pretty much that is what I heard during one of the quotations of Sun Tzu, is that the best way to defeat an enemy is not to fight, but to get to know them and make them into and make them stop fighting by trying to get to know them better. Only then can you convert enemy into friend, because deep down we're all alike. No matter what form we take, no matter what where we came from, or no matter what our social status is, deep inside we're the same. Because I don't want the next generation, whether they're autistic or unique, to having to go through the same torment as I did or take it serious that they could just throw their lives away. I want them to be better than my generation ever was, because life is precious. Holding grudges will never help you become successful. It's letting them go and continuing to make an effort to heal the pain that has happened to you. Sorry, that has happened to you is truly a worthwhile effort, because you want to help change the world. You want to make it better. So, if you don't have time for relationships or trying to, you know, trying to be the popular kid, then don't be. Be your own person. Be yourself. That's what people will start to acknowledge you and respect you and, of course, accept you by being yourself. Don't ever let the bullies win. You know the phrase that President Obama said? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can be better than that. Better than what our bullies ever said to us. And if they tell you things like commit suicide or pretty much they can't stand you, or, well, guess what? Here's a phrase I would say: no, I won't. Meaning that I won't do those demands. I won't become what they want me to be. Because by being better than yourself and better than what people might say about you through rumors, that is the road to becoming the person you want to be in the future, to become a success in life. Because I'm not giving up the fight, nor am I ever going to let go of my dreams. This is Jonas Ortuña, signing off, and have a good day.